right, your hunch was correct. The very next meeting, your clients come back and said, hey, can you design us a logo? And you're like, of course I can. But where do you start? Designing a logo, the first kind of starting point is a mood board, and we're learning how to use whiteboard, so it's perfect. Okay, so there's two things I want you to do. Well, three things. I want you to create a whiteboard, and I want you to add some image inspiration and some color inspiration. Here's an example that I did for a different client, okay? And it's not so much focusing just on the logo. It is going through websites and finding inspiration in terms of things you're like, oh, because this is a bird of prey that is local to Ireland, and I quite liked it, and I was just looking for good poses of it, and I was like, oh, I like that pose, I like that pose, oh, the looking back pose. Okay, so I just threw them on there. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be logos either, okay? But I did find a bunch of logos that I quite liked, and I just threw them all onto a page just to get the ideas going. The other thing I did was I pulled some colors from some of the logos that I really liked, okay? So let me show you some places that I like to go for my inspiration from the mood boards. There are these places here. So I've kind of broken them into images and color inspiration. So I want you to gather no less than 12. You need a chunk. You need some stuff in there to kind of get some ideas going. Use both the animal and the industry. Yours might be very different. Okay, mine is fox, outdoor and camping. They're quite similar in terms of foxes are outdoor and kind of camping. You get the idea. But use both of those terms when you are doing searches on some of these sites. You might have your own. Let me know in the comments if you have got a site that you like to go to. These are the main ones that I use. Dribbble with 3 Bs. Okay, Behance is another great one. Pinterest, obviously. Don't forget about good old Google Images. I just typed in Fox Graphic. Okay, and then we'll talk about the color ones in a sec. Okay, so I just go through and take a whole bunch of screenshots, make sure I include the name and the artist or the designer. I'm not trying to steal ideas. I am here to kind of like get my ideas in kind of some sort of order. And the mood board is really helpful for it. So I make sure I take a screenshot and I grab all of these. In terms of color, there's a couple of places to go. I love color.adobe.com, and I like going up to explore, and I like typing in camping or fox or whatever your industry is. It can be really good to get some ideas for color. Okay, and you can either do a screenshot of it, or you can go inside of it and go, all right, I quite like this. Okay, remember the hex numbers? I can copy it. Okay, just click on it. And I can go into Canva. You don't need a paid account. Just go to color.adobe.com. Okay, and I can say, all right, mood board, I'm going to grab my elements. I'm going to grab a shape. I'm going to grab a square. Come on, square. And I'm going to give it a fill color of, that's the number there, the hex number. Enter. What color did I grab? It looks like black. It's not. It's kind of a slate color. But you can just go through, copy that. I'm going to duplicate this square by holding down the Option key on a Mac, Alt key on a PC before I start dragging it, and you get a duplicate. Or you can hit this button above it. Up to you. Okay, and I'm going to go through and just pull those colors in from Adobe Color. Paste it in. Another couple of cool places for color is, so color.adobe.com, Color Hunt, and coolers.co. These are all great places to go in and find some interesting colors. They do change. Some of them that I used to love are now just covered in ads. These seem to be still good. They might not be there when you get there. So just have a little look through, see if you've got another good place for colors as well. Let me know in the comments. And you watching this video, check out the comments, see if there are other good places to go. Now you can go now. I'm just going to dump all mine on the page. I'm going to show you kind of what I do when I'm doing a mood board is, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to grab all the mini screenshots that I took while I was going looking through all the sites. I just dump them on the page. And the trouble is they end up all on top of each other. There they are there. So I kind of zoom out far enough so I can go you. I've got 2 of those. You can see I try and include the names so that if I do need to go back and have a look and see who the artist was or the designer was, okay, I can go back. There is a tidy up function inside of Canva. It kind of works. Watch this. You can select them all, right click and go to space evenly, go to tidy up. And it never seems to work for me. I quite like the, I don't know, the jumbledness of a mood board. And the other thing you can do in a mood board to show kind of like, even to yourself or to your client, is to say, you can make things bigger as they are important to how you feel the brand's gonna go. So you might decide that you really like these and this, or like this color, so I'm gonna bring it to the front. Remember, Command square bracket or Control square bracket. Okay, get it to the front. And you can start kind of doing a hierarchy of like, that's kind of cool, but kind of not as important as some of these other things. It's a way of kind of like showing that. And we have learned before how to pull colors from it. Let's say that you do like these 2 colors here. Okay, we can grab our elements. We can grab the square. Okay, and I can say you as a color from eyedropper tool there. I'm going to copy it and duplicate it, drag it there, and then go back into here. You get the idea. Okay, can I grab that color? It's hard. You're in there. That'll do. And it's just a great place if you're not sure where to get started for a brand, for any sort of project. Good old mood board. The only other thing is to hit it up with a title. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste mine. I'm cheating. I'm going to call this one, what's mine? Fox camping. Okay, do the same for yours. And I find not getting too hung up on like how it is all, like some people spend a lot of time on mood boards making them look perfect and then going to the client. Obviously, if it's for yourself, you can just leave it as rough as you like. But I tend to like to go to a client with rough stuff like this as well and do it early in the process, just so that they know this is a scrappy way of getting started, and just to see, are we heading in the same direction before I get too far down the design process. Mood board's a great way to kind of like connect with the client, get their opinions, start circling stuff. Oh, they love that. They really don't think that's going to work, or none of this is what they're looking for. That can be really good as well, because there's no point in spending a lot of time designing logos when you're completely off the mark and they're looking for something completely different. Go to the mood board. All right, that was a long video. Okay, basically what we want to do is I just want 12 images of things that are related to your logo, stick them in a document. That is it. Don't share this one. Okay, this is kind of like for you only. So just upload it to the class projects, but you don't need to share this one on social media. Okay, this one here, we'll start sharing stuff publicly via social media again once we actually have some logos to share rather than just screenshots of other people's logos. All right, that's it. Happy mood board making.